Guys, and welcome back to another episode. So what we did from the title, as you could probably see, is we took the Ford Fiesta that we bought from Copart onto Landau track, and yeah, we just took it for a good seeing to down Landau track, and it performed pretty well, to be fair. I've got a few clips that I'm going to chuck in a bit of me at the track. I didn't do a full video as I just didn't have the camera set up and stuff like that. It was very much it had to happen as the track mini has got a suspected head gasket issue, so that's going to be off the road, and I broke down the morning of in the mini, and head gasket is what everyone is pointing towards. Not too happy about that, but this episode is all about the Fiesta. So what I've done is I've painted another bumper, and I'll tell you exactly why that is and all that now. But what we're going to be doing is stripping the old front bumper off, getting the grills and the fog lights out of that, and then fitting up this new bumper that I've sprayed, and then hopefully getting these new bonnet hinges on, and hopefully getting the correct fitment now. So yeah, that's what we got in this episode. I will talk you through the fitting and everything, just so you know what's going on, because some people may not know from the last episode. I will put an annotation up in the top right hand corner, just for you to see the last episode, see what happened there. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Right, so for the ones that haven't watched the last video, we had these issues with lining up here, and I think this is somewhat to do with me and my bodywork, and something to do with the bonnet hinges. So it's sitting quite high here, and it's sitting quite flush here. And I've tried to jig it as best as possible, but if that side there is like perfect and this isn't lining up here, something tells me it's the bumper. But if that's too high there and it lines up perfectly there, it tells me there's something wrong with the hinges. So that might just be my sort of prediction. But yeah, we cracked it when fitting last time, so that was my bodywork again. So we bought this bumper off of eBay, 140 quid, had a little crack here, repaired that and painted it off camera. You've seen a lot of me painting at the moment, so I didn't want to bore you with that again, but it come out really nice. One fly landed in it here, but we'll pick that out and polish it up. So what we're going to do is take all the good bits out of this front bumper, plumb it into there, fit that back up, and we'll see where we are with the bonnet hinges. So I'm going to set you up on the time lapse, and we'll get all this work done now, guys. Out with the old, in with the new. So we built this thing up and it looks very, very good. So I put the badge in, put everything back as it was, had to 2-pack glue this in and this in, so I'm hoping those get hidden by the bumper now. That one definitely will, but we might have to just live with that. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and fit it up now. Should take 2 minutes, I hope. Yeah, gone really well, really hot today. So hopefully this is the last time this bumper goes on now. Fingers crossed. So that's the new front bumper fitted, but we still have an uneven gap running across the bonnet. So I'm going to replace these bonnet hinges, and we'll see if we can get a better gap. I'm quite happy with this gap, but definitely not happy with the gap over here. So I'm hoping I can sort of I need the bonnet to tilt down here, so I don't know whether I could adjust one of the things that's sort of where the bonnet rests possibly. I'll have a play around now and see where I get. Right, so I'm sort of happy with the bonnet until we get to this side profile here. So I fitted the bumper up, it's all good, everything's all right, but I feel like it's sagging because the bonnet runs there. Bumper's obviously brand new, bonnet's brand new, but the core support that we actually fitted, there was a lot of adjustment that could be made there. So I'm thinking taking the bumper off and lifting the front core support up to try and marry the bonnet closer to the bumper, because if I sort of lift it, it does sort of marry a bit better, and I could push the bonnet a touch back and it might look a bit more flush. So yeah, I'm struggling and it's way too hot to be doing this, but I'm gonna do that anyway because I really am not happy with that whatsoever. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, guys. Just really not happy with that bonnet gap. So off camera, I've taken the core support upward and it sits much nicer, but I'm having problems locking the bonnet now. I think I know why. So I've jammed this masking tape in here, as this plastic core support has actually cracked here, and I didn't notice that when I bought it, which is a big problem. And I got a feeling look how much that's shifting every time I push that there. So I'm really gutted, to be honest, because I paid good money and travelled to London for that. Basically everything I bought for this car has been crap, and I've had to buy twice. So I think I may have to get a new plastic core support, which is about 70 quid, and I paid 70 quid for this whole pack. So I think I'm gonna have to buy a new one because it's lining up nicely, but with that just little adjustment there, it's pulling these bonnet hinges out a little bit too much, and I can't adjust this at all. So I don't know what to do because it's so tight here. I could try and glue it, but the glue just won't hold that sort of pressure there to keep it lined up. So I am gutted again. This thing isn't going as straightforward as I'd like. So I think we're gonna have to wait for that part to come in and hopefully swap everything over, every single wire, bonnet latches, all the radiators, slam panel, everything, even down to these little clips, everything, and try and get this thing lined up just perfectly, really, because you can't. I'll try and close this bonnet now, move that out the way. I'll try and close the bonnet and I can't close it. As you might be able to see in there, it's just not far away enough. Like, you need to pull the core support that way so you can close the bonnet. So yeah, nightmare really. Focus. We are not having fun, but the front bumper looks so good. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that part to come in, and then we'll hopefully have this thing finished. This thing, it's just teaching me that don't buy secondhand on some things, and yeah, really big learning curves on this build. You wouldn't think it. I thought this was gonna be so straightforward because I've done well, bits of this before on my first car. Yeah, hopefully in the next clip I'll have that core support and we'll have a much better day. Right, so that is it. All done. Slam panel complete. All bolts in correct places everywhere. All the clips in. All sensors are on. All these are correct. I've actually scavenged a few parts off the old one as well. So I think we should have a good working slam panel, rad pack, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just gonna slide over here and put this one back on. Right, so I've got everything temporarily bolted up. I've got my knee just keeping this bumper up to where it would be bolted in, and that is our bonnet gap to bumper gap now, and I am over the moon with that, because I'll put a picture up on screen now of what it was before I changed the core support, so you're looking at that now, and then I'm gonna put up a picture of what it was supposed to be. I took a picture of another car, and this is what we have now, and I am really happy with that bonnet gap. Looking at that, it looks so much smarter. So yeah, really happy with that, guys. I just gotta connect all the pipes up and then get this front bumper, headlights, everything back together. I just gotta make a small adjustment to the bonnet hinge just to bring that up a slight bit there, and then I think it's actually done. And then I just gotta shove the bonnet a little over, because I'm not really happy with that gap there, but I like the height there. I just need to pull it forward a touch so it doesn't chip the edges. But yeah, very good, well worth changing it over. And I didn't mention, but I added the bottom splitter as well. I painted that and added that on, so we are looking almost done, guys. I am over the moon with that. Yeah, really happy with that gap now. Just got to get this last little bit of work out the way, and we should be done, guys. Right, so it's getting quite dark and it's quite early. I don't know why, but obviously it's getting on through the year. I started this in the middle of summer, and now it's raining and it's cold. Yeah, really happy with the gaps now all around. Well, I'm 95% happy with the bonnet gaps and the bumper gaps, etc., but I think it's more than acceptable. Really happy with, obviously, the front core support, or the front plastic reinforcement was the issue. Everything works as it should, everything lines up as closely as it should. I believe it's probably within tolerance, and you definitely can't see it with the eye unless you're really looking for any of the gaps. But yeah, everything's in. All I have to do now is bleed and fill up and bleed the coolant system, recharge the AC, and then just polish up the panels that need polishing, and then a full valet, and it should be done, guys. Number plate obviously has to go on. We've passed the MOT with flying colours, no advisories, so we are in the last little bit now before we're ready to sell it. But it does look really good. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really happy that I just kept sticking to it and working out what problems we had with this car. It looks just incredible, and I think anyone would be happy to accept this car and pay good money for it, I hope. But yeah, definitely a good day for the Fiesta. So that's where I'm going to close out this episode. It's starting to rain. I heard a bit of thunder then. It's definitely the end of the day for me. But there will be an episode coming out soon. I'm going to be polishing, servicing and valeting the car myself. And yeah, really happy with what we've been doing so far. If you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and if you're already subscribed, click the bell notification and you will get all of my videos on your notification screen when they're uploaded, so you'll be the first to watch, so you're not missing out. I'm gonna get inside and pack up. Thank you all for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.